or coming in second place, being the vice champion. Nobody wants to be vice champion. Here we go. Grand finals have begun. It is Humphrey, aka Divine Child, taking on Putnam Science Academy. Let's get it on.
And Humphrey is ready to party. As you see, their logo is in fact a bunny ready to party. Love that aspect as well, as they have a little bit of humor to add to their skill. And what will be a challenging best of 7 against Putnam. Came out of the gates with a few chances here, but Humphrey looking to kind of add to that. But a good pre-jump save there from Oxy, who's already making strong reads. And will continue to have to do so. Peep right there in the box as well, but somehow they're able to get it out. And Swaz will transition back out. And there's nobody back. They should have been there, but they aren't. Swaz able to give Putnam Science Academy a 1-0 lead.
It's just mass explosions on the Putnam goal line. The smoke clears and it's Swaz who comes away with the ball. He's got no teammates. It's a one-person effort. A one-gamer, just gargantuan move down the pitch to give Putnam the early lead.
Back at it, Swaz again challenges back wall, but this time you'll see Humphrey. They'll be willing and able to challenge and keep, defense and challenges off the back wall completely, right? Not be allowed that space. Those double touches go bye-bye when you see the way that Humphrey plays defensively. In fact, they have an offensive chance there as well, but Peep shut down as Oxy makes another big save. That's been a couple of times already in this just over a minute played.
And Silas is able to beat 2 to get that ball out of the zone. And now Putnam threatening again, but Swaz gets demoed. And buys some time here for Humphrey to push towards the goal. Bomb's going to put in the tire. 3:40 to go. And Humphrey finds an answer here early in game 1.
And Peep just launched it back post there, knowing the demo is there. And we're lucky that they respawned on the far side, aka on the right side of your screen as you saw it. And because of that, it was an open chance there. Peep just found Bomb all the way down the field, bombed it, and was able to find him for the equalizer. But now, look at right back at you again. Off Bomb, the second goal of this series. It'll be a 2-1 lead here for Humphrey early in game number 1.
Second first, same as the first. Got him, the bomb off the far post. Perfectly placed pass. It's a lot of alliteration, and it's a 2-1 lead here for Humphrey. 2 unanswered. And a nice little 3-3-3 across the top. That just made my OCD happy, and Humphrey scored, and it'll certainly making this Divine Child squad happy as well.
No doubt. Keep right back at it here. It'll be Oxy to find Silas. You see the pristine just location, right? The pitch awareness, knowing where your teammates are. That comes with sense of where your teammates are, right? It comes with the time spent playing together, but also comes with perfect positioning and keeping your eyes down the field, but also to the side, making sure that you see where your teammates are at all times. Both these teams have it. It's been fun to watch as the challenge here from Humphrey into the box won't be met as Putnam tries to escape, but they're not able to. Another chance, Peep there. So quickly they go 1-2, and Humphrey with the 3-1 lead.
Yes, this is Peep just showing up. We call this player out. One of the best. And right there, it is perfectly placed. I mean, just exactly where they need it to be. You talk about that awareness on display right there from Humphrey.
Let's back on it here to try and settle things down here from Putnam. We've seen them be able to work in space. Now, when that space gets taken away, that's when your creativity has to come into play. How do we change and throw different looks on this defense? Because right now, Humphrey has kind of had their way a little bit, and they know for a fact that Humphrey is going to be constantly on them, and that makes those touch passes, those little passes that we saw them accomplish late in that last series that they're going to have to go back to and find. Is Humphrey's now got a lead and Putnam in a position they haven't been all competition long, quite frankly, here in the quarterfinals and semifinals, as they have been trailing by 2. I'm pretty sure that was not the case at all last series. We'll have to find a way to break through it here as well. And we got Swaz. That guy tried to launch that one across midfield, not able to. This will be up on right back at it. Challenge right back at you from Oxy, as they've got another touch here. Silas trying to find Swaz. This time gets lost in the sauce. Peep try to keep it up here momentarily. Swaz in the air. He's got room to work with now. Puts it past off, and now it's got past got him as well. Almost got the second one too, but that one will be fought off here. As you see the skill going back and forth, Peep up for this one, but the shot high. A rare miss you don't see from Peep very often.
for both sides. Swaz almost makes it past all three defenders, and then the opposite side, Peak bounces one off the crossbar. Now it's Humphrey threatening in the orange zone. Peak with a little bit of a back pass. Might have just put that ball in a bad position, but somehow Humphrey's able to keep that one under control. Oxy threatening, still not enough to make Humphrey feel uncomfortable, and Bomb driving towards the net. Just has Swaz to beat, gets over the top, score 4-1 to Humphrey.
Yeah, the patience here just froze the defense. That was on purpose, right? Because you could have swung shot this one earlier. Because he just waits to get all the way around it. That not only freezes Swaz, where he's not sure where the shot's going to go, but also it allows him to get the angle to put it the farthest away from his opponent to begin with. Great 1-2 recognition. Putnam's able to get one back here off the kickoff, though. So that'll at least eliminate that last goal from the board and give yourself a shot here with 55 seconds left.
But I mean, Op's math teacher would be proud, geometry teacher specifically, because that is all about angles. The closer Op can get before making a decision to score the Humphreys goal, the better opportunity they're going to have, and the harder it's going to be for the defense to stop it. Putnam is, yeah, you get one off the kickoff. Can you get one here? This would be huge. Oxy puts it in. Suddenly, Putnam have 2-1 answered.
Yeah, that was very quick. Silas off the back wall. Unfortunately, Op-Bomb, pretty sure he got launched from Peep there. Either way, the challenge was not allowed to happen and gave you space at the top of the box, and Putnam will be able to finish that 9 times out of 10. We saw in the last one, you cannot sleep on this Putnam team. I don't care how strong you are as a team. I don't care if you're Divine Child or a literal Divine Child. Either way, it's tough to keep this Putnam team down for an extended period of time, and right now they've found themselves back into it with 34 seconds left, but people transition back for Humphrey. Get that 2-goal differential back. But not this time around is Swaz able to fight that one off.
Swaz with the deep pass is intercepted by Gotham. Gotham trying to put one over the net. Swaz trying to get out there. A dangerous touch. Takes an awkward bounce and People wants to capitalize. Can't get a solid look on the net, but does get the ball to Op Bob, and it's just been eating up this clock. Precious seconds that Putnam does not have, and Pete is able to put the nail in the coffin here at the end of game 1.
It was just too much for Putnam to handle there. And I mean, that's perfect placement on the pass as well. You put it directly between the two defenders where they'll have wondering who's going to go for it. Eventually, you both have to go because it happens so quickly that the ball gets to the box and you're not able to reach it. It will be Humphrey to take out Putnam Science Academy. They'll be the first loss of the night in a games played, which is absolutely outstanding. Bomb able to get 3, the hat trick finished off, and will take a lead for Humphrey. Well played.
And I mean, what a stark contrast to see Putnam held to 5 shots there after what we just saw they do against Prosper. I mean, Prosper, a team who once again in their own right, top notch. I mean, went up against Divine Child most recently in another grand finals, but Putnam, they were putting up double-digit shots on all 4 games they played against Prosper. Here against Humphrey game, not even close. They put up half that. They are just getting absolutely stymied. So it's, I mean, overwhelming pressure. And it's Humphrey who have actually, I think, elevated the speed. I can't help but wonder if that's part of it. Are they outpacing them, Bearlight?
Just by a touch. I think it's very even. I do. And Putnam showed that they can, match that speed and energy. And we saw it last series that they're definitely not a lost cause by any means. But they weren't able to take the shots currently that they were able to last time. And that's a big difference maker. Swaz was 2 for 3 shooting, which is very efficient. He's used to taking those 11 shots like we saw in the game number 1 of the last series. That being said, it's not a realistic mark to hit. They would like to see that efficiency bump up even further. And the way to do that is to create a little bit more speed for yourself. Maybe get some bumps and demos that weren't required of you last series. Change it up a little bit. And I know that Putnam can definitely hang here, as they have the first real opportunity here as well. The bump attempt could not quite find Op-Bomb, but the right idea to kick things off here in game number 2 for Putnam Science Academy.
And they're able to keep it in the zone. Good touch from Silas. Goes over one. Opts to not go for the backboard. Tries to drop it down in the middle, but Bomb's able to make the read. Swaz comes in, and it's turned into a bit of a mess in front of the goal. Ball pops out towards midfield. Bomb trying to chase it down. Good rotation defensively here from Putnam. Silas will pay for it with their vehicle, but they managed to get the demo onto Peep as well. So Putnam with a moment to breathe here in their own zone.
For just a moment, you can kind of calm down, but you have to use it well. You can't bask in it, but I do like the fact that they're able to at least take that breather Maybe a reset here and have another opportunity. It's Swaz again. Op-Bomb able to fight that one off. This one will play off side wall. And Silas has a man on the back wall. He tried to tap it down, but Peep was guarding that back wall. Something that I called out earlier. It's been locked down there. They haven't been an opportunity to get those double touches. Now that bump attempt as well. The shot does go far side. Looked a little bit awkward there for the Mustangs, but they were able to finish for a 1-0 lead.
Oh, and it's a good bump from Swaz there off the top backboard. I mean, and just good speed. It's Putnam who upped that pace a little bit. Kind of answer my own question, or at least Putnam forced me an answer for now. As Swaz is able to get behind the defenders and then take out the third. Putnam goes up 1-0.
Yeah, we'll look to build off that, right? Because the last, 3 goals were from Putnam, right? And they did have that string of goals that they were able to build off of, and so that's a good sign for them as Humphrey trying to connect and restart their scoring. But Oxy will hold him off for a moment and play patiently. Found Swaz on the sidewall, too. Will push it off corner. People will be met by Oxy. This one will stay in the offensive zone. But the support too strong as Outgotham will be able to at least play it out. Silas right back at you. Pete needs to get a solid touch here to the corner, and will tap it to himself, allowing him to get an extra, but no teammate found as Oxy will play it directly back in for the Mustangs.
Some good pressure at the midfield line here from Putnam so far here in game 2. Long distance move from Op-Bomb, just trying to create some space. Does allow Gotham and Pete to move in behind. Oxy wants out, but went towards the strong side. Went towards the 2 players there from Humphrey, and Humphrey's able to wrangle that ball down, trying to push forward. Across the line goes the ball. Here comes Pete right back with it.
Find that goal. It was Oxy. Quick flick. I mean, it just speed in transition. There's nothing fancy whatsoever. In Humphrey, you don't see breakdown in defense like that. You don't get those wide open goals as often, as frequently. But Putnam will definitely take it nonetheless. This Swash off the kickoff here will actually leave it. And this one might be open the other way off the post.
Oh, so close.
He's able to get to it, as now it'll be Silas back. Peep tries to settle, throws a little bit of a head fake there, and Oxy going to be demoed off it as well, allowing Peep to stay on this ball, but eventually Putnam defense will lock it down a couple of times to send it out to center field.
Peep kind of battling out midfield right now. A couple of good touches here from Putnam, and the ball's getting up right in front of the net. Silas screams up to the top to find that ball and somehow escorts it in. That angle to get that right off the post. Oh, my.
Yeah, and you couldn't put that any more to the left of the net, right? It just a bar in and found it. And that's the perfect, precise shots that it requires to beat the Humphrey defense, and they've been on it in the past few minutes, obviously, of this game, but it extends back another minute into the last one where they've been doing big things just like that. Now, we knew Putnam would bounce back, but did we know it was going to be a 3-0 count? At least I did not, as Humphrey has struggled offensively, words I never thought I would utter here from this Divine Child roster known as Humphrey, at least this time around.
And Oxy looking to continue to add on to the pay trade. Ends up in a bit of a difficult spot themselves. They find themselves in the junkyard, but Swaz continues to put pressure on. Gets a demo of their own. Silas out of the corner. Pete intercepts. Pushes up high to Gotham. Gotham fighting Swaz and Oxy. It's Swaz who gets the touch to protect midfield. Oxy with the follow-up. That's going to go off the backboard all the way to the other side. Swaz trying to chase it down. Ops just rotate back and allow Gotham to move into the zone while Putnam rotates defensively.
Gotham didn't get as much as he wanted to on that touch either, which will leave Silas some room. That tornado flick of sorts almost sent it launched to the far side. Putnam right back on it, but the back wall again denied by Op-Bomb. They needed to maybe show less defensive gems by causing and creating a little bit more offense right now as Putnam Science Academy. The longer they stay in this offensive zone, well, Humphrey won't be able to do anything from their own end. And every time they transition, it's right to a member of Putnam Science who's able to get it out. Launch it. Keep trying to change that trend. Op-Bomb was quick up to this one as well, but again, it falls down to Oxy, and he'll be able to kill more time. Humphrey
have looked a little lack of focus I think is the best term I can think of it right now. I mean, even defensively here, it's falling apart. Swaz finds an opening there and didn't seem to really have to work for it. Takes that shot from down here in the corner. Had two players threatening, but there was nobody protecting near post.
Nah, there's nobody to be found, which again, I said was rare until it happened a few times, and now it's a concern. Luckily, in about 15 seconds here, as long as the ball hits the ground pretty early, that means that Humphrey will have a break, a timeout of sorts, if you will, because you have a minute that you can take in between, and I recommend they definitely take it, because Putnam definitely came out swinging. The game one wasn't their forte, but game two is where they really shined, and so they'll look to carry that momentum here as the series will be even here. The first time that we'll see it on stream. We'll go back and forth with these. Now, I do see, again, a shutout against this team, not going to happen every single time, so you have to make sure that you continue to just limit Humphrey's chances, and taking away that space really helped them here.
And it was capitalizing on mistakes as well. Rare mistakes coming out of Humphrey's gang, but mistakes nevertheless, and ones that Putnam were happy to punish. I mean, for those turning into goals. And it's, wow, I mean, what a turnaround. There was, 5-3, game one looked close. Game one, I mean, it was fast, and Humphrey had the edge, as you mentioned, ever so slightly, but Putnam Science Academy just came back and slapped them in game two.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the shot's right back on pace of what Putnam was putting up throughout the first two series. And that's not a good sign if you're Humphrey, right? And you have to just continue out. Getting the first goal would be important when you're shut out. That just sets the tone for what you're expecting to see in game number 3. And I expect them to do just that. I mean, this team is too talented to not be able to do that. The angles we saw people to find there in game number 1, I see that coming back for them. But they have to make sure they challenge Putnam early. That's what we said, the same thing out of their opponents in the semifinals. Now it's the time for Humphrey to do the same, as Bomb will take the first challenge here. Swaz able to jump on it here in this game number 3 as we advance into it. And whoever wins this one obviously gives themselves an advantage in the series, which will be big. Every little win in the series you feel like after the first 2 games being played is ever so important.
I promised y'all a banger, friends. And Putnam well delivered in game 2, proving that even the titans of this Humphreys gang can bleed. Question, is that going to be a fatal wound? As Putnam now driving in here early. It gave 3, looking for an opportunity. Good save from Pete.
You're right back on it as well. Did not just go away after that touch or force yourself into a rotation. Instead, you stay on the play. Swaz again left with room, though. That angle, and Peep was able to dig it out there from the back lines and at least get it out to center. But again, Oxy challenged by Peep out to center field it goes. Silas was forced to touch this one, and Oxy didn't like what he saw, so he backed it up to Swaz, and that back pass will allow them to challenge Silas. Looked like he threw a fake there to try and send it out, but because of that, it will roll to the corner. They'll try this far side box. Swaz, the shot a little high. Got him, tries to get it out as well, but Silas will transition back in for Putnam.
Oxy opts to just rotate back. Swaz puts one up top. Pete doing a good job covering the backboard. All three players from Putnam pushed up there. It's Oxy staying in while the other 2 rotate. Oxy slowed it down up in the sky versus Pete. Pete, solid as a rock, stays with the play. Boots it all the way back down. Chases down their own ball. Bounces it off the wall for Got him. Gets stuffed by Swaz. Ball bounced up out to Bomb midfield, who just positions it back into the corner. Looking to center to Peep. Peep not really in a good position to pick it up. And Putnam's able to push it to the outside. Got him looking to keep this play alive. We'll put one off the backboard. Peep tried to get it. Couldn't quite get to the ball. Bomb is there. Able to get a touch back in, but not a credible threat here to Putnam's defense. A demo and a good carry from Silas will alleviate a lot of pressure. Going the other way. Putnam find the goal. Unbelievable counterpunch coming out of Putnam.
Silas was a wrecking ball here. First that 50-50 in the demo, and then just runs over Bob. That 1-2-3 punch, quite literally, a chain reaction. And you see the combo moves like we're in Super Smash Bros. Or something. He was able to just launch himself forward, cause all sorts of chaos with the defense, and put him up 1-0 because of it.
Unbelievable. It really did just demo all 3 players. Wrecking ball is the perfect description. Silas, you just got a new nickname, my friend.
And well earned. He was unstoppable there. Would not be denied. Relentless. And now it will kind of cause a little bit of worry here for Humphrey. They had trouble scoring last time. We're already halfway through this game number 3 here. And we haven't seen a goal from Humphrey. Is it here? No! Shut down again is Swaz. Defensively, putting on a clinic here. And even when that one falls into the box, Silas prepared to kick it out the center.
Last time Humphreys were able to find the back of the net was way back in game 1. Got him looking to change it here, but just doesn't get a solid shot, or is perhaps expecting some backup. Either way, it's Swaz, who's running away with it, has a lot of room to work. Ends up just putting it into the corner to get around Peep. But Putnam, now pressure in here, looking to double the lead.
Let him right back out. Op tries to get an extra touch, does. But Swaz stuck with it on the back wall. Was able to get a couple touches where Opom can't reach. And the 50-50 will play in the favor of Oxy. Try to send it off the ceiling here, but that will really just fall down to, got him, who now holds back. By the time he challenges, Silas has already gotten around him. Opom with the 50-50 again, been super strong and a highlight for Humphrey. Now, if they can only convert off of it, that would be the next step in the process. Peep tries to challenge. It'll be Swaz right back out. Good pressure now from Humphrey as he continue to press forward. Shut down yet again, but Opom will keep the foot on the gas. That's until a mistake there. The touch wasn't what he wanted. It fell right to Oxy, and he's able to tap it away for a 2-0 lead for Putnam Science Academy.
Oh, no. Yeah, that ball just takes a slight bounce off the wall, and Bob doesn't make the read. And everything just falls apart from there. It slipped right away from the defensive Humphrey gang. And Putnam happy to capitalize once again. If you make a mistake in front of this Putnam squad, they are going to punish you. They have proven that repeatedly.
No doubt. They've proven to do so. And they continue to prove that that's the case. In the meantime, it'll be Oxy. Right back in it here, Peep. Bounce it off to Opom, who will play forward. And as much as they're great pushing in, you want to see one go through. There it is. It'll be got him. Now we'll get one here for Humphrey, and feels a whole lot better as it took basically 2.5 games for Humphrey to get back on the board, but they've cut the lead in half here with 39 seconds left.
You know what? Better late than never, and if you're going to come through, you might as well come through in the clutch. Doesn't matter when you score them as long as the ball finds its way home. Now the question remains, the million-dollar question, in fact, is can they do it again? Humphreys need one more to tie, and this is going to be a deciding game as far as who has the lead here in our grand finals. Threatening in front of the net, Oxy's already made one save. Ball's pushed out to the corner, 20 to go. Bomb has help in the middle. Just going to take it in themselves. Slides it underneath everybody. We're tied up.
That's how you do it. I said creativity is how you get around, how you get out of the slump. And they were expecting high, you throw it low. Right, change of pace is exactly what the doctor ordered, and it didn't take long at all, about 18 seconds. And that's what we have left on the clock here, tied at 2. As Humphrey left in a compromising position here, though. What a save from Gotham, as he'll send it out to Peep. That doesn't connect, though. They've got to be careful who are moving back, but they do have it. And Opom didn't find a teammate, though. That's left for Oxy. He's got room to work with as well. In the air, looking for that bump out in front, but Peep was ahead of it. Good read to get out there. Otherwise, that was challenged from the Mustangs. Instead, we have ourselves overtime. And off the kickoff, a bit sus, a bit sketch, but they're able to get out. And we will settle in here after the first 10 seconds were chaos in overtime.
Long ball, punted down into the left-hand quarter. Putnam all over it. Oxy and Swaz back. Humphrey's not even chasing. Ball goes over one the other way. Oxy's able to get the demo onto Gotham. Gets the demo on the bomb as well. Peep finds the ball and runs away with it, though. It ends up being a race between Peep and Swaz going the other way.
Such a smart move from Peep. Keeping possession on that one. You get both of your teammates demoed off the pitch. And so what you want to do is when you have control, just catch it, buy some space, find a little pocket in the defense, and keep it there. That's what he was able to do. Buy time, give yourself that chance. That one's going to be whacked away. Swaz has Oxy on the far side if he wants him. It's going to pull it back short side, but Peep able to tap that one over to the side wall. Oxy's not done. We'll bait in Peep, but it's Opom right back out, and Peep on a mission to try and demo. Problem is, he's pulled out of position here and allows Silas the chance to try and transition from the Mustangs, but it will be nullified here as we meet at midfield. Peep on it again, flip reset, once, couldn't get it twice, and now Silas with all the room to work with as well, tapped away from Gotham.
Gotham seen that play before, goes up for boom, what a save in front of the net, keeping their team in this. Holy cow, that's twice Humphreys have been holding their breath. Putnam now in front of the net again, looking for the game-winning goal. This one's going to scream all the way across. Swaz take it to the sky. Has Peep up top to beat. Peep is going to come down, get that one. Oxy gets demoed. Silas drives up. Ball forced back into the corner. Bum trying to get around Swaz. Cannot. Eventually muscles through with a little bit of help from Gotham. Gotham goes over one, but Silas is able to greet him. They're on the goal line. Bum with the center. Peep with the shot. That is way wide of the net. Looking to just maintain possession by the placement of that one, but Oxy is able to get control. Passes out to Silas and Putnam. Coming screaming back here. 2 minutes have passed. Bomb able to get in front of a shot from Swaz. Humphreys don't feel like they've gotten comfortable here in this overtime just yet, but a good challenge and a good demo could change that.
Bomb has been great defensively, been stacked, and one of the reasons why Humphrey's still in this in the first place is now Oxy's right back on it. Silas tries that extra touch, but Peep will be the one to touch it next. Bomb again, well positioned. This one played back towards the net, just trying to cause some chaos with the bouncer from that angle. Couldn't find it. So close, tried short side. Silas back to it. Will try to pinch off ceiling. Got Swaz with a shutdown from Peep. Defensively, able to make a big timely save, and we head to almost over 3 minutes in overtime.
Now Humphrey gang looking for another shot at it. This ball gets bounced all the way out. Oxy with a beautiful touch to get past the line. Good challenge from Pete. Holds for now. Ball into the back. Pete trying to chase it down. Up somehow goes through two to get one. Gets the demo. Got him. Got the shot. The ball will go in, and Humphreys win game 3.
Wow. Again, pressure out in front. Bomb so great defensively. And jumps out and was, again, the wrecking ball. Taste of your own medicine, Putnam, as he will find it for Humphrey, who was bested for 3.5 minutes of this game. Did not score for about 11 minutes total through 3 games played, yet still finds a way to get 2 late in this one, by the way, with 36 seconds and 18 seconds respectively, and we're able to end it in overtime as well. That's 3 straight, and we said it. If you don't keep Humphrey down, they're going to be up and ready to play, ready to force your hands. And that's what we saw here with the late heroics of them to push them up to the 2-1 count in the series. And it feels like Putnam Science Academy has been the better of the 2 teams through just about all 3 games. Definitely the last 2, but that doesn't matter. The results matter, and it's a 2-1 lead for Humphrey.
Well, they end up waking up the sleeping giant there at the very end of game 3. I mean, it had gone, over 10 minutes without Humphrey scoring a goal. They were just getting absolutely denied on everything. It didn't look like any of their plays were pinning out for them. Nothing was developing downfield. And then just out of nowhere, you flip that switch on, and here comes the clutch factor that is Humphrey gang. That is the squad of Divine Child just written all over. They carry that essence with them. I don't care what they're calling themselves. That was clutch as it gets.
It really is. We'll see if the Mustangs can get back into form, right? They're known for speed. That's what a Mustang is. Will they be able to bounce back as the Humphrey gang right now has woken up? The Divine Child roster continues to impress in the deep moments where do you think that they're going to fall apart, and they continue to find ways to get it done. And we'll head into game number 4 now with the series lead. And now another strike here early. 1-0 is Bomb able to stay up in the play here on the offensive side and tap that one backwards into the back of the net.
Oh, it's got him with the beautiful move. Able to beat, I believe that was Silas along the wall to get that perfect pass in. And, Humphrey keeping things going here. But, you're talking about Mustangs. Mustangs are not only fast, they're resilient. And Putnam is going to need that resiliency here as they find themselves down in Game 4, down in the series 1-2 in the grand finals.
Oxy leaves it here. Silas a shot. What a save.
Oh, wow.
Reaction on point here from Humphrey. Swaz right back to challenge people on the back wall, but he's able to do just enough to keep this one out. And Bomb did get that 100 boost as well, was able to stay in the play and get a couple of challenges to keep Peep in a place where he could challenge as well. Now it just seems like a game of inches, like him mentioned in the kickoff, in the pregame show here for the grand finals. Any inch given is an inch taken.
And it feels like each one has to be fought for and cherished. You have to make the most out of every opportunity you get. Shots going high like that is not what Humphrey looking for, but with the lead. They're happy to at least be maintaining possession, and they're the team putting on the shots and forcing Putnam to try to come back, to try to regain control of this ball. And so far, Humphreys has been doing a wonderful job at this possession. Finally, Oxy gets it for a moment, but just like that, Humphrey has the ball back on their hood once again.
It's funny, Gotham was ran into by Peep trying to just find a teammate to dish it off to you. Didn't have enough boost in the tank and kind of jumped over one another, but they still enjoy the 1-0 lead. That's not the best touch, though.
Uh-oh.
It's back out of the box. Silas, flip reset, pulls it back down. Served as a fake, but only to beat one. As the rest of Humphrey will rotate around. Cause enough chaos on the defense. Play it out to where Putnam is waiting for it. Now you see that challenge of Op-Bomb trying to get that bump on the back line, which made what looked like a harmless shot into a dangerous opportunity. But still, Putnam Science Academy able to keep themselves within one, at least for now.
Oh, Humphrey have been absolutely suffocating, though. Swaz just barely able to beat Pete to that ball and stave off a 2-goal deficit here for Putnam. Swaz, who's been so spectacular for the squad all series long, up-bomb shot blocked by Swaz again, holding down the line in front of the net. Silas looking to break away, trying to use some speed to get behind this squad, even a little physicality, push him out of position. Nice ball there, but Silas was already rotating back, has to make a U-turn to come back and get after the ball, and will not beat the Humphrey defense to it. Oxy still playing out of the corner, and Putnam still threatening here in the blue third.
They're continuously putting pressure on Humphrey, force him to get out and work a little bit harder. Now, the difference I've seen here between these two is that Putnam, had their opportunity to stay up in the play, and unfortunately they decided to rotate out of the play. I believe it was Silas that was looking for boost versus that opportunity where Op-Bomb was up in the offensive zone and could have rotated out for boost, instead stayed in the play. Was able to get that first goal, make it 2. No! Fought off again by Oxy defensively.
Well, certainly can't deny the defensive prowess of Putnam here in Game 4. It would be far more than a 1-goal game if they had not been so excellent in front of their own net. But, got to get something done in the blue half. Swaz gets shut down. Silas looking to pick up the slack. Trying to play this off the wall. Pete still spectacular up there, and it's so difficult to get around people on that backboard. Silas couldn't make it work there. Swaz going to take another shot at this. Nope. Bomb with the demo, and the physicality from Humphrey continues.
On with a few touches. Swaz was able to find Silas the pass downfield to try and challenge again. Putnam's not doing anything wrong. They continuously get chances on. Just Humphrey's been a little bit stronger. Another shot a little bit off the mark. Under a minute left. It'll be Silas to play it high again. Nobody challenging this time. Goes far side. Still dug out. Peep, another timely save. And how many times have we said that? Defensively, he's been shut down.
Oh, I think Humphrey just got real lucky. That ball didn't go any higher. Oxy with another chance here. It takes a little bit too long and allows time for Bomb to come in and catch up to that play. Silas trying to ground pinch. Won't get it to work. 30 seconds to go. Putnam only down by 1. Trying to tie up this grand final series. Silas out of the corner. Able to beat through 1. Backup comes through, and the wrecking ball does what they do. Clearing out that defense. Putnam have tied us up with 21 seconds to go.
Oh, and the way Silas adjusted as well to get that touch on the 50-50 to begin with. Played it low so a teammate could get it and then jumped out in front. And yes, will live up to the name that we've created for him this series. And able to get that demo in such a timely manner. We saw Humphrey do the same thing with a couple of late goals to challenge and force overtime. And we might be seeing something similar here. So we take down to 10 seconds unless Bomb has something to say about it. The 45 look what a save. Good reaction there from Oxy. Not done yet. Swaz. Another read here. And defensively, Putnam Science Academy back out. Now will challenge themselves as both teams looking to jump out and do damage. You can tell by those 0-second goal opportunities, but none will go in, and we have ourselves overtime.
For the second game in a row. Last time it was Putnam coming up with the late game heroics and then the overtime finisher. Excuse me, it was Humphrey who pulled off those spectacular shots. Putnam hoping to make it happen here as they were the one able to catch up late in game 4. Can they finish? Can they tie up the series? Play out of the corner right now. It's Gotham who eventually runs away with the ball. Silas with a good touch playing off the wall, but it's Bomb who comes through in for the follow-up touch, and it forces Swaz to get him to make a save.
And Gotham was looking to get a couple of touches there as the Another bump attempt was available, but they just couldn't quite find it. And Swaz allowed to tap back down. Oxy shot off the mark. And Peep wasn't taking chances, wanted to get a touch out to Op-Bomb, but he's going to be cut off in the process, as this one will be shielded and right back in from Swaz. That one almost angled its way in. A sneaky little opportunity. And right back on it again. Peep bested by Putnam Science Academy. Back onto the Mustangs. Looking to break through. Silas slow played the Musty, but Red Bike got him again.
Touch here. We'll get intercepted by Peep. A clever play. Peep flies through the sky. What's the double tap? Not going to fight it on that one. Now it's Gotham's time to take a shot. Silas get the block. Took 2 on the near post to stop that ball. Drop back to Peep. Down the middle. That one's denied. Swaz gets in front of another. And Putnam, they managed to stand tall against the onslaught. Dropped in front of the net. Gotham looking for the finisher. That one won't go. Peep's able to put another one on, and Swaz blocks yet again. Everything they're throwing at him, Putnam are able to send back as they build a wall in front of the net. Bomb. Look at what they do it here. Pass to Gotham. That one's blocked, and Swaz with 3 saves. Silas pushes it out into the corner, trying to find some precious room for Putnam to recover.
You can tell Humphrey is being smart with this too, and finding the right spots, being patient, but it's gonna be Putnam Science Academy on a loose play out on top of the box, and a 2-1 win in overtime 2 minutes in, as Oxy just launched it there, and Peep caught a little bit too far forward. PSA has been the better of this one here in Game 4 and will equalize this series in overtime.
PSA just said, fine. You want to come back with a late second goal and win it in overtime? We can do that too. Now it's your play. It's your play, Humphrey gang. What do you got? Because so far, Putnam have had answers for everything. We're headed into Game 5, all knotted up.
I mean, goodness, 16 shots taken, 16 shots by Humphrey, only 1 went through. And a big, large part of that is obviously Swaz. You called him out, 7 saves. Unbelievable work defensively. It seemed like, you know, he was boost-armed, but then found the 100 boost at the right time, which means he's causing him to dive across the goal to make a save, and yet he was capable of it. And not only that, but you're setting your team up by getting a pass off in that situation when you're really just diving at it. I mean, the creativity was unreal there. They were able to hang around long enough, cause Humphrey to really, you know, start to play a little bit back. And when they did, they were able to catch them a couple of times. And a couple of times is all it takes. Like we mentioned, there's not going to be many opportunities, but if you can be opportunistic, you can definitely take games here. And even at 2, what a series it's been already. And we have plenty more to play.
You don't have to have a lot of opportunities. You just need to have one more than your opponent had. At least you made the best out of it 1 more times than your opponent did. Let's place it like that. If you can convert those opportunities to goals, it only takes 1, as both of our teams are now very painfully aware. 2-2 in the series. Game 5 of our best-of-7 grand finals here in the Youth Winter Circle Summer Storm. Putnam feel like they've got the wind at their back. Humphrey threatening early here in this Game 5.
And the team that can hold off defensively, who can continue to do the same things that we saw over the first few games, will likely be victorious. How many times we see a series where goals come at a premium, and then suddenly there's a breakout game where many goals go either one way or 2 ways. If your defense can continue what they're doing and force goals to come at a premium the opposite way, that's how you're going to give yourself a chance. What a read from Swaz! An amazing shot, amazing read all the way up to the ceiling, and a 1-0 lead for PSA Mustangs.
Oh, are we just being treated to some artistry or what? Holy cow. Swaz, I just can't. I can't even. Unbelievable stuff. Putnam now with 3 unanswered in the last minute. Remember, they were down 1-0 for almost the entirety of that Game 4. Tie it up with mere seconds to go. Win it in OT. Take the early lead in Game 5. Putnam are on a roll.
They are absolutely rolling right now. Silas going to try to add to that, but wasn't able to keep the control here, and now got him right back out. And it's got the lead blocker out in front. Peep tried to challenge through the box, but it'll be Silas. He's able to control. Trying to find that outlet pass as well, but you see the midfield presence to cut that one away and allow the team to rotate back as Humphrey looks to get back to it defensively. I mean, there's not much you could do on that first goal. You played lockdown defense. The only way you score goals in this series currently is by making incredible plays like that.
Oh, absolutely. There's certainly no shame to Humphrey's defense. Like, what on earth do you do against that? Now, that one, that's just Humphrey getting punished for a bit of aggression. Putnam with the really quick transition counter punch. Look at that 1, 2, 3. Everybody getting involved. Ball never touches the ground. An absolute beaut of a goal here from Putnam. That's 4 unanswered.
Yeah, you called it right. Just the aggression there positionally. And Gotham was back. Don't get me wrong, but you know, you're caught diving, right? You're left on an island, especially when you're having to try and track that ball 1, 2, 3 across every member of Putnam Science Academy. You'll always give yourself better chances whenever you get all 3 members involved, because then you don't know which way it's going to come from, right? And Humphrey, well, they definitely were punished, like you mentioned. And Silas right back at it again here. Humphrey, the last thing they want to do, again, is have that defense slip just a little bit, because you show them one spot of weakness here, suddenly, you know, Putnam will find every single one of them.
Yeah, we saw Humphrey go like 10 minutes. It's hard to imagine here since we're 2-2 in Game 5. There's like a 10-minute section where Humphrey just didn't score a goal. And this is kind of looking like that again. I don't know if they're just lulling them into a false sense of confidence or what is going on, but Putnam have found that groove once again, and now we're over halfway through this Game 5, and it doesn't feel like Humphreys had been able to play their game whatsoever.
No, and even in that opportunity you saw is the right idea, just no boost to follow up, which you're not able to throw fakes if that's the case.
Right.
Oxy went backwards for that opportunity, which looked a bit awkward, but knowing that your team is back behind you, I mean, not the end of the world. Well, that's going to be a tough one to handle, though, as Peep was forward, and the pass was to him, but it's a little bit too awkward to handle there, and so Silas right back out. Red, though, and Oxy was bumped out of the way, so Humphrey with a bit of a freebie, but it's all because of that bump out in front.
Yeah, got him just...
What? Wait, no bump. That was a side flip from Oxy. My apologies.
Yeah, I was looking at the first one. I thought you were talking about the first bump, because the first bump definitely sent one of the Putnam players all the way against the wall, but you're absolutely right. The second one was just a side flip. It was just a miss. And Peep's able to capitalize. Saw an opening, drove it home.
Yeah, I mean, credit Humphrey for, you know, being able to locate that opportunity and finish it, but you're not going to expect that to be the case over and over again. You do need to finish this one, though. No! It's still there and available. Then it's eventually knocked down from Putnam Science Academy. And that is one that Humphrey wanted to get through.
No, Divine Child, come on. Y'all don't miss those. You cannot let that one go by the wayside. I am not mad. I am just disappointed. I know this Humphrey Gang squad is better than that. You don't let that kind of one pass. Come on, give me the answer. Now I just want to see this one tied up just because Humphrey deserved that goal. And you know what? Another overtime wouldn't hurt my feelings either.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen already a lot of them, and they've been mega exciting. But, yeah, it's almost like Humphrey didn't expect to have that extra opportunity, right? You've only seen one real freebie there off a mistake from Putnam. And so you're like, well, surely it's not going to happen again within the next 30 seconds. Lo and behold, it did, and you were able to capitalize on it. So it feels bad. You got to stick with it now. You were able to dig out in game number 2. Now we're talking about game number 3, rather. Now it's game number 5, and you're finding yourself down because you weren't able to finish it. And there's 20 seconds left on this clock. There's going to be opportunities, but it needs to start now. They need to strike here. And we've seen it multiple times in the series where our team's been able to do it. Is this the opportunity available here at the top of the box? It's not. It's back out to people who try to launch this forward as well with 5 seconds left. They will clear the zone. Back out, they'll have to go to the length of the pitch here if they want to, but it's killed down. And the Mustangs now on match point as they go up 3-2 in this series, just able to hold off Humphrey.
It is championship point. One more, and Putnam will take the crown and the $100 prize that goes along with it. Man, it was...